Hi, I'm Hank Strange, firearms enthusiast and Second Amendment advocate. As a gun owner that's been living with my concealed carry on my hip around the clock, even when I'm home for the last 8 years, I know and understand that it's not enough just to have your concealed weapons permit. You must understand we live in a country built on a legal system. And as good law-abiding citizens, we need to have legal defense for self-defense coverage standing ready. That is why Lola and I joined U.S. Law Shield. U.S. Law Shield's independent program attorneys will represent you in any legal proceeding, criminal or civil. Should you ever need to use a firearm or other legal weapon to protect yourself, your life, or your property, legal defense will be provided for all police investigations, pre-trial proceedings, and both criminal and civil trials. Your membership delivers benefits to you anytime, and especially in an emergency. With no caps on time they spend on your case, no limits on expenses representing you, and no deductibles or co-payments out of your pocket. If you have to use deadly force to defend yourself and your family, you will need thousands of dollars to secure the services of a lawyer. If you're a member of U.S. Law Shield, you will have already paid for a lawyer. All you will need is a phone so you can call your attorney. U.S. Law Shield offers legal defense protection for as low as $10.95 a month. If you wish to sign up, simply go to uslawshield.com or on your smartphone text HANK to 281-603-0105. 281-603-0105. Be sure to use the promo code HANK. By using my promo code, you will receive 2 free months when doing an annual plan, plus the locked-in rate of $10.95 monthly. Thanks for listening. The thing that we're worried about here is Walter's camera is kind of blurry, but he's got really high speed. He's got faster internet than me.
Let me turn off the Logitech camera and go with the onboard camera, see if it makes any difference.
Oh, okay. We'll see. We're messing around with it. Okay, so we're messing around with things right now. We're like testing some other stuff. So just have some patience with us here and let us know. Let me know how my picture looks versus how Walter's picture looks. And then we'll deal with that, and we'll try to, we'll get through the show. You guys might have to jump on a time or two here. I don't know. Okay, so listen, I'm going to try to do some semblance of normalcy here. Let's
still looks the same.
Into this. Okay, so make sure you guys go to hankstrange.com. Sign up for the email list over there. Look for Lola's deals. In the Strangerholics tab, you could find all the different platforms that we're on. I would also encourage everyone to go check out U.S. Law Shield. We are members of U.S. Law Shield. And if you sign up for them, you can save yourself some money if you do a yearly membership, as well as send a couple of shekels in our direction. So we do appreciate that. All right, let's see. I'm going to skip any accolades. You guys know you're looking at the best freedom podcast, Second Amendment podcast on the face of the planet, looking and listening, all over the worlds in the universe and the galaxies. All right, let me smash the. Yeah, Walter's gonna be messing up. Let's smash the open and get into it here and see what happens.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange situation.
Right, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, smash the thumbs ups, ring the bell so you can be notified. Walter, ring the bell. Walter, there you go. There's no picture from Walter now, so that's just
what happened. Oh, I went.
Oh, you got no picture whatsoever. All right, listen. Boom. Let's do jazz hands, Walter. This is what happens when Babyface doesn't show up for a Monday. Everything. He's so happy right now. If you could even see this up in the mountains of West Virginia or wherever he is,
North Carolina,
North Kakalaka. Yeah, he's like, oh, these guys. They can't do anything without me. All right, so listen. First of all, let's get the jazz hands going. Get the jazz hands going for everyone out there. All right, I hope you guys have your big girl panties on.
Pixelated jazz hands. I'm looking at the. I look worse here than I still look bad over there too. Never mind.
Yeah. So here's the important thing, and I'm waiting for someone. Tyven Show says, Hank, all good here. And Optimus Vader says that camera looks like from the 90s, but how does my picture look? So that's the thing I want to know.
You're pretty as a mom.
Yeah, so Jade Grew says Hank is clear, Walter is blurry. So I'm going to take it that's something on Walter's side creating that problem. We don't know. What we have no idea.
Got freaking rock and roll hoochie coo upload and download speed,
yeah.
man.
It could be, I don't know, so it could be something with your camera. It could be anything going on at this point.
I tried both cameras at doing the same thing.
I know. Or maybe it's your computer. What are you using, a PC? Who knows?
This is a PC right now. This is the newer one.
Yeah. See, Appalachian Gunrunner says my picture is clean. So what that's saying to me, it's not a bandwidth problem, because if it was a bandwidth problem, the folks out there would be having a hard time seeing my picture. Because usually, if there's a bandwidth problem, we all start slowing down and they can't see us clearly and all kinds of stuff. So it doesn't matter how good my picture is here to me.
My last week I was clear as Bill. So I don't know,
Yeah, James Miller says, does Walter have others sharing his bandwidth? No, I think you went... But he's got amazingly blazing speed.
Here, this is what I got, folks. I have a download of 329 and an upload of 409. All right?
Which is so
megabytes
crazy.
Per second.
That's space amazing. Terms. Yeah.
Elon, I'm friends with Elon. I got the fucking Elon treatment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The Tyven Show says, I had the same camera issue when I was on. It's in your settings, Hank. It can't be in my settings. I don't know what in my settings would be causing that problem. So Jade Grew says it's probably a setting somewhere.
Now, in the little window below what everybody's seeing, I'm clear as a bell.
So for you can see your picture clearly.
Oh, I'm fine, yeah.
So I wonder, I don't know what the heck is going on here. I really...
What setting is it, Tyven?
Yeah, I don't have any settings here that I can mess with so far as Walter's picture. I don't have that. And in Walter's picture, from what I'm looking at the control panel here in Ecamm, and it doesn't show me anything that I could do to mess with that. So it could possibly be that Ecamm, the software that we're using, has some kind of issue. That could be it. I'm looking to see how many hours we have. We have 4 hours of interview time. And remember, everyone wanted us to stop using what we were using before. What was the thing we were using to do this? What was that soft? What was that? No one can remember now. It's so bad. Everyone has purged it. Skype. Okay, Lola says Skype.
Skype.
Okay, all right. Listen, let's try to get some normalcy in here. We'll see what happens with this. This is podcast 786, Free for All Monday with Walter Keller of Safety Harbor Firearms, as well as Dirtfoot Racing. There he goes. Big smile from Walter and myself. We're both here. Babyface P. Smile. Yeah, Babyface P is on vacation this week.
Yeah.
So we won't be getting it. Brick says unplug it and plug it back up. That always works.
I'm getting a message about need to do a Windows update, but
no, you can't do that right now. That'll take you.
No, we're not doing that now, man.
Yeah. Apartment.223 says switch Walter screen settings from ugly chick to handsome devil. Yeah. And Jen Champ Jr. says use StreamYard, Hank. Okay, well, I'll have to look into StreamYard. Jeez. Yes. Okay, listen, big shout out to Tusk Firearms Crypto for sponsoring the podcast. We appreciate those guys. Pretty soon here, we're going to have a new podcast sponsor coming on board. I'm going to be telling you guys about that soon, but we do appreciate Tusk, TUSC. You guys just need to go look up TUSC, Tusk Firearms Crypto, and get up on it. Walter's on it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wait a minute.
And Tyven Show says, Walter, click on your video and see if it has a setting for your broadcast to Hank. So there you go. Mm-hmm. Richard Maunder says, use a hammer.
Oh, look at that.
It's always... Okay, let's see. There you go. we're seeing.
I got some dinner.
What
some burritos.
Burritos. Okay, yeah, it looked like something like that. Like
so
burritos.
Pardon me if I'm chomping on stuff, but
right.
I'm all blurry anyway, so it doesn't make any
at this point. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, Walter is in the witness protection. I almost said witless. He's in the witless protection program.
I'm in the half wit protection.
Yeah. Listen, it's free for all Monday. Who knows? Who knows what the problem is here with all the different things that could be. You know what we would have to do? We would have to get someone else to sign in here to see how that person's picture looks. And if their picture is terrible and they have good internet, then we know that that it's probably the software. Because for me, we can't tell because I'm my image is native, so the software is pulling my image directly from the camera, whereas you're coming in, you're dialing in and it's using your image. So
how do I get in?
It's probably you'd have to go look for the link, Lola, or let's say, I don't know, if someone out there has already dialed in, if they have good internet and they, so.
I'm on my phone.
Yeah, but you'd be using the same internet from here.
I'm on my LTE.
Oh, okay. Okay, you could try dialing in, Lola, except you might have to go outside. Otherwise, we'll get a feedback thing.
I'm not going to talk.
Okay, but you'll have to mute your... Okay. All right, but if you don't mute, there'll be a thing. Like I can hear right now. Okay, let's see. We got Lola. So here's Walter. Here's Lola. And her picture is a little bit better than Walter's. Look, Lola's walking outside the van right now.
Kind of broken up, too.
It is a little bit. I don't know how good her signal... But it looks better than your picture.
Oh, the clarity of her actual features is better, yeah.
Yeah. So that's based on her. She might not be getting the best internet out of her. Oh, actually...
Oh, there you go.
If she holds still... Okay, now Lola's going to start looking at herself, check her hair.
Stop it.
How's the makeup? Yeah. So, showing off the R8 in the back.
She's allowed to. It's all right.
Right, yeah. So, I think Lola's image is really not as bad as yours, Walt.
No.
So, and she's doing it from a phone. So, and you're doing it from your computer.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, Lola. That's enough. That's enough, Lola. Enough, Lola. You gotta go.
Bye, Lola.
Okay. All right. So I don't know. I don't know if that was conclusive. Can we say that's conclusive?
Ivan says my video's at 144p. What that means.
Oh, so yeah. So I wonder if you do have your video set for a specific thing.
Let me hit show controls. What?
Yeah, I can't see your controls on your end. Yeah. So Tyvin might have a point that Walter's video is set for low. But it being on I'm not sure how. Maybe it's in the camera. Do you know how to get to your camera settings? Okay, this will be...
This might not be a good thing to start right now.
Yeah, it'll be easier to get Walter to fix a generator remotely. To try to get him to figure out where his camera is set.
So this thing is all about knowing which button to push. That's all it's about. You just gotta know which button to push.
Yeah, YNH says... actually, Appalachian Gunrunner says, hashtag more Lola, less Hank. And YNH says, "Oh, I thought she was on the show for today." There you go. No, we don't. I don't want you guys to get too used to seeing Lola.
I'm gonna look in this. I'm gonna look in the settings here. I'm still listening. I'm just.
And Eric Hammond says we spent 15 minutes watching tech support.
Hello. How can I help you today? Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that funny? Hello.
I guess it was funny. Are you making fun of my peoples? Yeah.
Which one?
The tech service nation of Indian people. Is that
back in the old days when you used to call for tech support, they'd read the same script every time.
Yeah.
And one time, after about hearing the same script about the fourth time, I went ballistic on one of those people. Mm-hmm. And I was like, give me somebody that knows what the fuck's going on. And sure enough, they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
LV Louis Cypher says technology is not for everyone. Listen, a lot of people get frustrated talking to tech support for lots of different things, or doing those calls. Sometimes I've been like, Lola's been on the phone doing those, and it is someone that's probably in India, and she gets so aggravated. I'm like, why are you being racist to my people? Why are you hating on my people? This is what a lot of Indian people have as a career. They got to talk to us crazy people over here in America who don't understand.
They have to learn first.
It happens to me too. Most
of them have to learn the English, the lingo,
mm-hmm.
to talk on the phone with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I try not to be a turd. I just want an answer.
Right. The juice says you can't F with lamb vindaloo. So there you go.
Hey, wait a minute. Hang on, Richard and Edward Andrews. Just hey, whoa. 58 doesn't matter, man. Matter if 58, 60. I know some 78-year-old, 80-year-old people that kick ass with the tech stuff. It just all depends how much you want to mess with it,
For sure. Yeah, but definitely not you.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. The only way to see is you should probably try dialing in from your phone. But you have to dial in on that same link from your phone and see what happens. Yeah. Okay. Man, you know what? You guys are getting, this is like, come on, where else can you get this kind of awesomeness?
Yeah. Where can you get such a clusterfuck for free? Okay.
Right now, you guys are wishing for some goods. Tyven Show wants a link, Lola, so he could jump in and show us how terrible his
hey, last time Tyler was on, he looked the same way I did. He was all broken up too. So
yeah. Brian Quick says, with all due respect, Hank does claim to be from 7 different countries and New York City.
You did notice I said which one of your people.
Yeah. I only ever claimed to be from one country. That is Guyana, South America.
He's a person of the world.
That's the only country that I can't claim to be from. Genetic mix is a completely different thing. I am a genetic mutt. That's for sure.
Well, most of us are, actually, to be honest with you.
Right.
Actually, you're married to somebody who's probably the least of a genetic mutt.
Yeah, Lola is pure. She's an African Aryan race.
Well, I mean, because of what I understand, what of the tribal stuff and the people staying amongst their own people, that's how that happens. So,
yeah, the pygmy blood is strong in Lola.
The force is strong with her.
Yeah. Yes. And Jen Champ Jr. says, make sure the phone isn't on the same network as the computer. I'm not sure if it's the phone, but it could be. But if you're getting high speed, it shouldn't be the issue of speed. Not with a 400 up.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on since that's all been changed, and I had I was pretty, and then all of a sudden now this,
Yeah.
I think
if we really want to be sexy, we will go back to Skype and see how that works. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Tyven Show's joining in now. Everybody's going to get in on this craziness. Boom. Look. There's Tyven Show.
Look how pretty he is.
He's frozen, though. He's frozen.
Oh, there he goes. Now he's moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it lagging on my end, too, or is it just me?
Yeah, you're broken up.
Yeah, you're driving.
Okay. I just want to jump in and test it, give you a heads up, but y'all look good on my end.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, Tyven's in motion, though, but he's also pixelated.
Where you at, Tyven? What part of the country?
I'm on
What is he fixing?
Yeah.
I'm on the West Virginia, I'm in the Western Kentucky Parkway.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. All right. Be safe out there.
Just went through Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and
Oh.
heading to Little Rock. So, hey, I got to jump back on. Thank
All right.
you. Y'all
Good
have
seeing-
a good night.
Good
Be
seeing you,
safe. Thumbs up.
Tyvin.
Good, Tyvin.
Everybody else might as well jump in right now.
See you guys.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
There you
Jen Champ Jr. says, "Oh, I know. Paul is the porn downloads, Walt."
I wish it was that simple.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay. And Chris Bullis says, "Watch the road, Tyvin." Okay, so I don't know if we accomplish anything. We need someone who
What the heck
is not in motion, to do this. So there you go. Kathleen Music Lover says, "Late again." Welcome to Kathleen Music Lover. Night Train says, "Brian, Alex Jones been right about a lot of things." Okay, what's the Alex Jones news? Someone needs to
I don't know.
tell me what's going on with Alex.
How about that
Jones.
damn building collapse stuff, man? Holy,
It's crazy. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
talk about. Oh man,
How many people have we lost in that building so far in Florida? The last time I checked, it's 50,
That's 150.
Well, there's
150.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
there's 10 confirmed, and then
10
there's like
confirmed.
150 missing. Yeah.
150 people missing. Yeah, that sucks. And what is it? Because I think I saw somewhere that an engineer was warning about the structure of that building.
Oh yeah, they had all kinds of stuff about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man,
Well,
this is America, and stuff like this is not supposed to happen, except it does. And Florida is a lot like a third world country. Obviously, not just Florida. There's
All right,
lots
well,
of states.
if
The buildings.
if you had a unit in that building and they wanted to assess you an $80,000 fee or a $200,000 fee, right away you'd go, what? But I guess
Yeah.
So what it makes me think is how many other buildings are like that.
Yeah.
Right away, that's what I think. Yeah.
It's easy for people to get money for things like that, but to actually do what they're supposed to do, not so
Right.
easy. And that includes in Florida and places like Miami.
That's everywhere. That's everywhere.
Yeah. And, I think building in Florida is a little bit different from most of the rest of the country in that we can't do basements legally in Florida, technically in Florida, because there's so much sand
Most
and
places.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Well,
most parts of Florida.
The water table is the issue.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some places here in Florida where there's hilly and, I won't say mountains. It's not a mountain. It's just hilly. My house is 20 feet above sea level, but that doesn't mean if I dig a hole in the ground, it won't fill up with water. So,
Yeah.
but there are people that do have built-in levels into the ground here, but very few.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Have you
along the
ever
ocean.
seen? There's no basements in Florida at all, right?
Not normally, no.
Yeah,
Not normally, no.
yeah. BWE Firearms says lots of them on the coast are like that. Not sure
Yeah.
exactly what he's talking
trying
about
to-
there. So yeah, the whole building thing's terrible. I mean, it's gonna probably be
Yeah.
a long time, if ever, that we find out what's at fault
Oh,
with that
they'll,
building
they
situation.
have a pretty good idea already, actually. So,
What's their idea?
well, I mean, it was all they had structural issues with the water, seawater, and corrosion and things like that. If you have you seen the video when the building fell?
No.
There's a security cam from another building showing how it collapsed, and
Oh.
they've already came up with some ideas just from seeing the video. So
Okay.
they'll have a pretty good idea once they dig it all out. So.
Did it fall in like a controlled explosion?
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, it was almost picture perfect the way it fell. I mean, if there is such a thing.
Yeah. So that's definitely structural, and once there's like certain parts of those things, once they fail, nothing
It's
else
just
above
pancakes.
that can handle it. Yeah.
No, it's
So
just
somewhere in the
pancakes, yeah.
foundation probably failed then. Point of least resistance is what my father would say based on his engineering background. Point of least resistance, man. That's
Yep.
what takes you out, Black Sword Shinobi says sinkhole.
It's a possibility, but I think it's more to do to they had documented issues with a lot of the a lot of the structure underneath the parking garage. So, I just it's one of those weird situations. You find issues like that, you kick everybody out.
Yeah. Well, if you don't want everyone to die in the building, you might. Yeah.
Will everybody leave?
I don't know. But if the building is condemned, you got to go. Tommy 6862 says they knew the building was sinking 2 millimeters a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So.
I mean, yeah, bad stuff.
And the Juice says, oddly, construction was being done on the building prior to the fall at 1 a.m. So, yeah. Eventually, we'll figure out what's going on there. Hopefully they do rescue some people from out of that rubble.
I'm not very confident. Not this point. No.
Yeah. It's messed up. It's a sad thing. But there's all these things that come at us in the world. All right, so listen. Hopefully everyone out there will be smashing the thumbs ups right now and ringing the bells and all that kind of stuff. I think that other than Walter's camera being having the power of a potato and the pixels of a potato.
Pixels of a potato, yeah.
I think everything is probably feeding through okay to everyone. I really don't know. Unless I was over there to know what was up with Walter's camera. Because whenever was the last time you were on, your picture was pretty clear.
That was fine, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not really
I will definitely I'll be updating this thing once we get off the thing here.
And what I noticed is every time you hung up and dialed back in,
it was clear for a little bit.
It was clear. So it's probably, that tells me it's probably the software that I'm paying all this money for being crappy. And that's probably related to servers. Maybe there's a lot of people using the servers, a lot of people going live right now, all of that kind of stuff. So, let's see what other things. Okay, someone was saying that Maj was on Alex Jones 2 days in a row. I didn't see it. How was it? Well, I would expect that would be good stuff if Maj was on there and actually getting. Can you imagine that combination? Maj Toure, Alex Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, Alex Jones I think is on his own website now, right? Because he can't really air anywhere else. I think he's on what is it? InfoWars?
That's probably what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Infowars.com or something like that. I don't know. Let's. I'll see if I can look it up. And if I didn't see it, so I can just tell you guys I didn't get a chance to see it. I did see Maj saying that he was going to be on with Alex Jones, but I don't. I didn't get a chance to see it. So on Friday was our oldest son's birthday. He turned 22. Yeah. And then the weekend was crazy from there on. So.
Well, I was supposed to go mini bike. Are we talking about the weekend now?
Yeah, absolutely. Hit us with the weekend.
I was supposed to go mini bike racing on Saturday, but that got called off because the track in Ocala, I guess, was flooded or was too wet. So I ended up cutting my yard, trimming my grass, and cleaning the yard up on Saturday morning. Then we went to Hooters for lunch, naturally, and
of course,
naturally, and then what did I do the rest of the day? Oh, I went over to the shop, and I tuned one of my mini bikes' carburetors so it ran better. The one I brought up to your house.
Okay.
It was kind of breaking up and running rough. I opened up the main jet in the carburetor a little bit now, and that mofo runs hard.
Okay, cool.
It don't break up no more. So, did that, and then I went home and chilled. What else? Sunday morning. We had to go over to IKEA and pick up some items that my wife purchased over in Tampa. Went and did that. Came back to the house, had a little lunch, and then I helped my employee Chris go pick up a bandsaw that he purchased.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So just riding around doing a bunch of things.
Yeah, errands and stuff like that. Yeah. So that was cool. Then I went over to the did I go shop? God, my brain's not working right. Did I go to the shop yesterday? I'm trying to think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it was a pretty calm weekend, so to speak. Just hot outside though. Now, I'm glad I'm kind of glad I didn't go mini bike riding. I would have been beat.
Yeah, it was hot. Lola and I were trying to make some videos, and it was just like it's like being on Mars out there. BWE Firearm says Michelle told me she read some woman in the building called her husband and told him the pool just sank in a sinkhole. Then the building collapsed.
Well, the deck where the pool was sitting, I don't know if that went down, but there's pictures of where the deck collapsed, and you can see cars where the cars went into the lower level. So, yeah, that's
possible. It could be something like that. It could be a sinkhole situation. I mean, what do you do if you realize there's a sinkhole in a building like that? Okay, Lola's gonna slam some. Okay, I think she's.
I don't know.
I'm in the door.
I guess you can't run fast enough.
You have to leave the building, man. You know, if you hear there's a sinkhole, it doesn't matter what you have in that building. You make the decision now. Is your life important?
Run, Forrest, run.
Yeah, you get out of the building. See, look, there's Lola going. Well, it's not focused, so. Yeah, that's just a sucky situation, and if it was a sinkhole, man, sinkholes, Florida, once again, sinkhole can show up anywhere and claim you.
They don't usually pop up right at the beach like that. No, it's possible, but I think it's more due to corrosion and lack of maintenance, probably, if anything.
Yeah. Do you think the lizard people are digging their way back up to the surface?
Oh my God.
I don't want to get conspiracy theory. Okay, I'm just trying to have fun. Just trying to have fun with a terrible situation. Yeah. So, you know what did happen, Walt? What did happen over the weekend? I put out a video on
yes,
on the YouTubes. On the YouTubes.
Video.
Yeah, so here we go. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen here for a second. So here we go. Here's my screen. And Will It Run? Fixing an unwanted generator. That's on Stranger Palooza. And let's see if we can get this video. How long is this video going to take to show up here? Like, it's going to take forever. Okay. So, while we're waiting for that to show up, I'm actually just going to go back here and put us back on the screen. So, eventually here, that'll show up, and I'll show you guys the video. So, Walter Dirtfoot Racing was in there. Babyface P was in there. Typhoon Adobo was in there. Rodell. Which he doesn't want to be called Typhoon Adobo, but that's the name of his channel. So,
okay. What maybe it's not the time to ask, but what is Typhoon Adobo about?
So Typhoon Adobo is the name of his dog, but also the name of his channel. So I don't know if you name your channel after your dog, don't get mad.
And his little dog is not a typhoon, by the way.
It could be a little mini typhoon.
I know. Okay.
Little baby typhoon. You know, little micro mini typhoon. I guess you know. So yeah. That video is on the YouTubes, and I don't know if you folks have seen the video. Who's seen the video out there? Let us know if you've seen the video. If you haven't seen it, it's on Stranger Palooza, YouTube/Stranger Palooza, and we'll talk about that. It's hurricane season. It's a good time, you know, with all the emergencies and everything like that. It's a good time to make sure that you're getting up on.
We're mentioning sinkholes here in Florida. I mean, I have never been involved with a sinkhole thing, but that's bad. That's bad too, man. You get a sinkhole in your neighborhood, and next thing you know, are you thinking your house going to be next? You know?
Yeah, sinkholes could happen anywhere here.
They had one
and happen all over the place, but not.
I don't know if you remember
some worse than others.
A few years back, they had one that swallowed a whole house.
So Leo P30SK says there was a sinkhole at Fort Rancho, Cala about 6 or 7 years ago. It came after new construction was finished in a housing development. Poor drainage was to blame, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at an aerial view of Florida and you see these nice little round lakes, those nice little round lakes are old sinkholes. Pretty awesome to thought that was created by a sinkhole, but that's what those geologist people tell you. So, yeah. Like I said, there was a house that was completely swallowed up, and there was a guy in the house sleeping, and they never found any trace of that dude. He went in the sinkhole. Boom, gone.
Yeah. There's still a lot of sinkholes around here, and there's sinkholes all over the country. I mean, wasn't that place that we went to in was that Missouri a long time ago? We went someplace in Missouri where it's like the biggest, I think it's Silver Dollar City, and that's supposed to be one of the biggest sinkholes, and the depth of it is you could put the Empire State Building in it.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm going to have to look that up now. So sinkholes could be huge.
Yeah.
Let me see. Silver Dollar City. What is the name of the sinkhole there? I'm just going to put sinkhole. Let's see if that comes up. There's something there. The cave. Yeah. So I think it's called Marvel Cave.
Oh.
Yeah, Marvel Cave. Hold on. Let's see if we can get this. I'm trying to make sure. Okay, so let's see. I'll throw this up here on the screen. So it says Marvel Cave is a national natural landmark located just west of Branson, Missouri, on top of Rourke Mountain in Stone County. The cave was known by the Osage Indians in the early 16th century. After a tribe member fell through the cave's main entrance, a sinkhole. There is evidence that in 1541 the Spanish explored the cave, but the first recorded expedition was in 1869 by Henry T. Blow. So it goes on. And there's pictures, like this is a picture of it here. Let's see if we can get that to download. Of how deep. Come on, look at that. So we went into this thing, and it just goes down, man. They keep warning you when you're trying to go through this thing. So let's see if it says how. The depth, 500 feet.
Wow.
Okay, so that's not as deep as I thought. Maybe it's wider. Yeah. Rooms and passages. So the cathedral room is one of the largest cave entrance rooms found in North America. The room measures 204 feet, 62 meters high, 225 feet, 69 meters wide, and 411 feet long.
Wow.
So there you go. Yeah. So it's I don't know. That kind of stuff is crazy, but nature, man.
Yeah.
This planet does not belong to us. We are just renting, So there you go.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
And Brick says, what is this? Brick says Florida has a lot of limestone, which is a major cause for sinkholes here. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And one of the major problems with Florida and sinkholes sometimes, too, is the fact that we have too many straws in the ground, so to speak, to pump out too much water.
Okay.
That's a term that I've heard used. Straws, too many straws in the ground. So,
yeah. Let's see here. What else we have? Mr. Lovell is talking about the Corvette Museum sinkhole, which I saw that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can always have these kinds of things going on. So,
it's true. Let's see here. I'm going to try one thing here.
What are you getting up to?
I'm going to I've got the other PC next to me here. I'm going to take it off the off the Wi-Fi's and see if that makes any difference.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it will, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, your image has gotten a little bit. No, I was gonna say, when you go sideways, it gets a little bit better. It's coming and going. It's coming and going. Don't worry about it.
I don't think it's the. It didn't make any difference what it just did. So.
Yeah. And obviously, it looks like we have a bunch of trolls dropping in to visit.
Oh, somebody said they're going to send people over or something like that. What's up with that?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
There was a post in the chat about somebody sending people over here.
Oh. It's all good. Activity. I don't know what's the point of it, or I don't know if I care.
Yeah.
So.
Who cares? Whatever. Oh, Hassan Piker. Send my viewers to raid your chat.
Mm-hmm.
Sending my viewers, whoever Hassan.
Yeah.
Piker
Jen Champ Jr. says, "Is that the Hooter PC, Walt?" Laugh out loud.
Hooter PC? No. Not at all. It would have a bigger antenna. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. That doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't. After I said it,
no,
make
big.
a lot of sense.
No, that's not really a good analogy.
Yeah, I'll try it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So being so fuzzy.
All right. So what other?
Babyface?
What other? Let's see. What other gun news is going on out there in the world?
I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's see what else is out there. What else is out there?
I'll check and see what. See if I got any big gun things coming through.
Okay.
There's just a lot of stuff about the Olympics, which, you know, I don't know how much I really care about the Olympics. I don't know if I want to get into that, to be honest. You know, there was a lot of news coming out from the Olympics of people hating on the flag or hating on the national anthem. You know,
they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be there then.
Yeah,
you are representing the United States of America. You're not representing yourself. So, anyways. But they're there for the money afterwards. That's why they're there. So, what's going on?
Yeah. You didn't see any gun news on anywhere?
Oh well, I see something about bump stocks. Posted it's on the Firearms blog. Bump stocks are not machine guns. Sixth Circuit vacates GOA versus Garland.
Is that new?
Posted 2 days ago.
I know that
June 25th. It's been vacated. Panel message.
Yeah, but I think what's.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was hearing something about that whole thing has to go to like the full court has to take a look at that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not over yet. It's not over. Yep, it's not over. Just, yeah, it's just gonna keep going on.
Yeah. I think that whole thing is gonna wind up having to go to the Supreme Court if they take it up. So, you know, we're just gonna.
Yeah.
There's some of these things that, you know, it's the news keeps flipping one way or the other, and it gets really crazy or confusing to figure out exactly what's going on with all of it. I know I was talking to John Crump about some of that over the weekend. Might be that same specific thing, actually.
Right.
Ultimately, these things are going to have to get to the Supreme Court. We'll have to see what they say about it, and then if that ends it, or, you know, if everything has to go. What's the saying from? You know, from that, what was that movie? I'm gonna go medieval on you. Do you remember that?
Medieval.
Yeah. our thing's going to have to get medieval out here. So you're talking, that story was on The Truth About Guns?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see here. I don't see it on The Truth About Guns.
Well, I'll be up. Let's see here. It's about it. It's about in the middle of the first page.
Oh, okay.
It's right below Silencer Saturday. Let's see here.
Truth About Guns or the Firearms blog?
Oh, I'm sorry, the Firearms blog.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
That's why you didn't see it if you're on the Truth About Guns.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Are we boring everybody to death here? How much going to go on here? How about that dude they caught in the treehouse there?
In what treehouse?
They killed the cop.
They caught that guy in a treehouse?
Yeah, in Atlanta or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Full of guns.
He was in the treehouse full of guns. And he gave up. Right.
I don't know the circumstances. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I just saw the story, and I didn't delve into it real deep. But I just one of those NFAC guys or whatever, NFAC or whatever.
Oh, really? Where was you're gonna have to send me this story? I'm gonna have to.
It was all over the place. Huh?
No, I didn't. I have no knowledge of this particular story whatsoever.
I'm the guy that's not watching any national news, and I even saw it. So
yeah, I just finished telling you I try to spend the weekend hanging out with the family. And getting away from all this craziness.
So you didn't have your phone with you the whole time, then, right?
Yeah, I was trying to just focus in on the family for a change versus all the other different things. So there's NFAC people in the news again. Oh, that's so lovely. So the guy
he's a cop killer, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I have to find the story.
Someone's going to have to send me a story on that so I can take a look at it. Okay, so here's something. Here's an article here on that. What we know, let's see, what is this? NFAC cop killer. What we know about NFAC, the extremist group linked to accused cop shooter, and it says the guy's name. The Daytona Beach.
Oh, hey, Richard Monder, I saw that fire. I saw that fire in London today. That was pretty. That was pretty smoky. Yeah.
Okay, so this guy was Wallace's social media accounts indicated his connection with NFAC. Those accounts have been taken down. So I did see that this guy got arrested. I didn't realize that he was somehow connected to NFAC. So, okay. So what do you think about that whole thing?
Well, if he lucky to be alive, if he shot a cop, frankly, would you? Usually, a lot of times when they get arrested, they do something like pull a gun, and that don't last very long. So,
yeah, that might have been an old school thing. I don't know if that really is how things happen nowadays.
Oh, yeah, okay. Just keep thinking that way.
When's the last time that you heard that someone got into a shootout with a cop or whatever, killed a cop?
Well, I mean, I've seen it happen. One time we were in New Orleans a few years ago visiting in summertime, and there was a guy who shot a cop. And when they caught him, he tried to break bad, and he got dispatched. Let's say.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So here's another thing on it from CNN that someone just sent us. Othal Wallace, the man arrested for shooting Daytona Beach police officer Jason Rayner in the head, arrested Wednesday evening, was taken into custody at the property outside of Atlanta around 2:30. So I did hear that they caught up to this guy in Atlanta. And it says the property is in a wooded area and affiliated with an organization called the Not Fucking Around Coalition, a black nationalist paramilitary organization. Daytona Beach Police Chief Jakari Young said, Wallace was found hiding in a treehouse with multiple flashbangs, rifle plates, body armor, 2 rifles, 2 handguns, and several boxes of ammunition, the chief said. A large arsenal of weapons was also located in the main residence, and 4 other people were on the property, Young said. Okay. I mean, he obviously didn't go out in a blaze of glory.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. So
now we'll have to coddle him through the system.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Whammy. Oh, so Whammy says. So this is Eugene. Says Whammy Gunslinger, I believe, is Gene. He says his only words was, "You know what I'm capable of." So.
Well.
Yeah. Well, so they caught up to him. So now it's time for justice to take its course, I guess. You know.
Yep.
And take care of that. The NFAC connection, I don't know. I don't know if that like does anything, makes any difference to me or whatever, right? I mean, if someone go ahead.
He didn't get there by accident.
Yeah, if he's an NFAC guy and then he wound up on some kind of NFAC property and they're hiding him out, but he
They're
didn't
all
go.
Guilty, then.
Well, he didn't choose to go out in a blaze of glory or anything like that, right?
Well, aside from that, once again, someone was sheltering him, or a group of people were sheltering him, and isn't that like kind of an accessory to the fact?
Yeah, there's probably some kind of thing here. Black Sword Shinobi says NFAC didn't want him.
Naturally, when the shit goes down, you're gonna toss him out on the road.
Yeah, don't come hang out with me. Yeah,
you
listen.
don't want to do your own popo going through all your shit. That's what.
Yeah, first of all, listen, Walter, you and I are affiliated, I guess. We could say there's affiliation between the two of us. If you get into a shootout with the popo, you take out some cops. Don't come hide at my place.
I wouldn't expect
You're not welcome.
I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing, man?
Yeah. All I'm going to say is I hope you did write me into the will.
I hope you can hide really well because you ain't hiding here.
Yeah. What's going to come out of I don't know. I don't know how other people feel about the whole NFAC thing. I honestly just don't even care.
All right, here we go. Let me tell you how this person feels about it. Well, why aren't they labeled as terrorists? Why aren't
are you
they
asking me to
terrorists?
answer that question?
Every white guy in the world has got a gun as a terrorist, right?
Right. But we don't agree.
Black man with a gun is not a terrorist.
But we don't agree with it, right? We don't agree with them labeling every white guy that has a gun as a terrorist or labeling every guy that has a gun as a terrorist. So I think for them to be truly labeled as a terrorist organization, they have to, actually pose a threat, actually be out there trying to run operations and things. I know in the press. Yeah, in the press.
And that's as good as the gov labeling you as a terrorist when the press labels you a terrorist or a Nazi or whatever you are, because then every time it comes up, the truth don't come out. Those words come out. So
right. Yeah.
We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah. What I'm saying to you is, to me, I really don't take all the stuff I've seen from NFAC, I don't take them seriously. And I don't think do you think that NFAC is as much of a threat as what is this other organization, Antifa? You think that Antifa is doing some terroristic things for sure, right?
Antifa's not typically a black organization. I'm not trying to turn this into a black and white thing, but Antifa's bad too. They got bad apples. Every group has their bad apples, Just because some of the NFAC people shoot themselves when they go out, that doesn't mean that the rest of them are all they're all stooges.
Or like a real, let's go beyond whatever the press wants to say or whatever. Are they a real threat? Are they actually out there doing things that were okay, these guys are really a threat? Or maybe they're an organization that's trying to do their own thing, and just the nature of how they're doing it, they've attracted at least one guy right here that's not necessarily the best example, or poster, not who you want to be your poster dude.
You're poster child. Yes.
Yeah. So
And you start shooting the police, you're not anybody's poster child no more.
yeah.
Unless your fellow MFAC people come out and support. Then
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah. If the NFAC guys in fact come out.
In fact, if those NFAC guys, I'm sure they monitor. They, like everybody else,
Yeah.
everybody's being watched, and they
Right.
should be watched. I mean, if you're gonna march around with guns in public in big groups, then you're gonna get watched, whether you like it or not.
Mhm.
And I'm sure
Yeah.
they are keeping a keen eye on all these
Right.
little groups. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So I just don't know. Like, so let's say, okay, at some point here, and I know NFAC has done some silly things. This is for sure.
every time they
I'm not
got
gonna
together,
argue
every
it.
time they rallied, somebody shot themselves.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue it. I'm not going to argue that.
I mean,
at all.
that's fact. I didn't make that up. So I mean,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm saying I wouldn't argue that. But,
Yeah.
if there's more people that come out like this that are running around from that group doing these kinds of things, then I'll go, okay,
Or
maybe these
supporting-
guys are up to something nefarious and it's a deliberate thing, but, I mean, other than that, I think the NFAC guys got funded by someone out there, and there's just a lot of
NFAC guys
bravado.
got funded by a bunch of old white guys. That's how they got funded.
Hmm.
In the Democratic Party, that's how they got funded.
Yeah.
I mean, let's feed some money toward these guys.
Mhm.
Let's feed some money towards these guys, which don't like those guys that I just gave money to, and let them go at it. And in all that chaos, we just keep going forward.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. You want to create chaos, and if you're worried about your city burned down, you're not going to watch what the real politicians are really doing, are you?
Hmm.
You're going to go out and buy a gun and buy ammo and
Right.
and create that clusterfuck. By the way, ammo prices are dropping like rocks. I got 3 or 4 emails today from different companies lowering their ammo prices. So,
Oh, good. That's good.
the time has come. The time has come.
Yeah, that's
So
good
just-
news.
But they're still asking for a box of 5,022. Some of these places are asking $1,000. I'm like, you got to be out of your effing mind. I don't
For
know.
how many 22s?
Like a box of 5,000. They
For
want
5,000
$1,000.
22 rounds of 22, they want $1,000.
$1,000. Yeah.
Now be good.
I'm fine. I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
okay.
that stuff is coming down. Guns are on sale everywhere. I mean, I saw Palmetto State Armory stuff. They had Father's Day sales. They had some places were offering free shipping. So it's on its way back to some normalcy in pricing, I think. So
Which is a good thing.
yeah.
Yeah, Night Train says, haven't heard from NFAC since their so-called leader, Grandmaster Jay, got in trouble with the authorities. Yeah, haven't heard of that. Yeah, I agree with that,
Well-
but obviously they're still out there.
You ain't heard nothing about them because the election's over with. That's why you ain't heard nothing about them.
Yeah.
That's why, and you're not going to hear anything from them until the next election. You
Yeah.
won't hear nothing from the Black Lives Matter folks either until the next election.
Yeah,
And then somebody will pop up as their new leader, and the money will start flowing, and next
Yeah.
thing you know, there's buses rolling again. So you know.
yeah. A lot of this stuff is from an old playbook.
And it's old school Democratic money that's doing this. It ain't. You don't run an organization like Black Lives Matter on donations from the hood. It don't work like that. I'm sorry, it do not work like that.
Yeah,
There's not enough money out there to do that, even if from anybody else to run the organization that large nationwide. So, and to have it organized. That wasn't organized by a bunch of people. It just popped up off the street. No. So. No.
yeah. So let me look at this article you were talking about earlier. Let me pull this up. Put it up on the screen. Bump stocks are not machine guns. Sixth Circuit vacates GOA versus Garland. And this was posted 2 days ago, and it's by Luke C. It says Aiden Johnston, Director of Federal Affairs for the GOA, announced via his Twitter yesterday, June 25th, that the previous judgment regarding Gun Owners of America v. Garland has been vacated, via a 3-judge panel. This essentially means that the panel ruled that bump stocks are not machine guns. This is a victory for the Second Amendment community. If you're not a fan of the bump stock, the battle determining the legality of bump stocks has been raging for quite some time, and GOA has been working to restore these firearms accessories back to legal status as non-machine guns since they were first banned March 26th of 2019. So it says here, this is a quote, today the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals vacated a brilliantly written opinion on bump stocks by the 3-judge panel of the court, but the fight is not over. Gun owners of American Gun Owners Foundation are committed to combating the lawless ATF at every turn. GOA versus Garland, or in every turn in GOA versus Garland, and as the battle continues, GOA will continue to champion the common sense decision from the appellate panel that a bump stock is not a machine gun. So this, I don't know, man. I'm going to tell you that I think really a lot of what's happening here is confusing for people. Right?
Sure.
So, and I think that they're making it seem like, okay, well, is this good news? Is this bad news? Everyone's trying to figure out what exactly is happening. But my understanding is that the full court has to come in and take a look at this case and figure out what's going on. But the previous things were vacated. But what does it mean? Does it mean it's all settled? No, it doesn't mean shit. Nothing has been settled here. This is my opinion. I'm not a lawyer. But now the full panel has to come in and take a look at it. And if that ruling from them doesn't go in our favor, then I'm sure on our side we're going to keep fighting it. If it goes in our favor from the other side, they're going to keep fighting it. Maybe at some point it goes up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court either decides like, all right, we're going to take a look at this and settle it, or they're going to go, okay, what happened here in the previous court is what it is. Right? So, I think, and the reason why I'm saying that is for me looking at all this stuff, I think it gets confusing. It's like a game of, have you ever watched tennis? Have you ever watched tennis being played?
Yeah.
So, when you're looking at a tennis match, right, it's basically like what's guy hits, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. And then you're just looking at the thing's just going.
But eventually somebody wins, though.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, I remember when I used to look at tennis when I was younger, you just see everyone's heads going like this. And your heads are just going back and forth. Yes, eventually someone wins here, but it's tough when you're looking at these things like, oh, these guys made this judgment. Okay, now this thing got overturned. This got vacated. Now it's en banc. It all gets crazy.
Yep.
So
what to tell you, man? It's like,
yeah.
And they go out. Then they go out and they the other side will hunt for a court that'll be in their favor, like the Ninth Circuit and all these other places, and then that'll get overturned. Like the thing in California with the assault rifles, that's already got bumped back again. So it
gets crazy. And like DCG 44 says, nothing is settled if ATF can keep rewriting definitions.
Yeah, I mean, and changing the rules at any time they want.
It's all frustrating.
And we have these people that are supposed to be our representatives who do nothing. And don't. If I was a representative and the ATF was writing stuff that I should be doing, I'd get pissed off. I think, right? Oh no, let's go to the gym. Let's go have some drinks. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's just go have some more steak. Okay. But then, some of these people do things for certain people, like the Veterans Affairs stuff, and they get things done with Social Security. But yes, that stuff's important. But in the meantime, the country's going. Let me get my finger.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of people, the big thing is a lot of people are tuning out. So the end is near says this. He says, have you already talked about the new bills for national handgun licenses and ammunition background checks that is all over YouTube today? I was late to the stream.
No, we haven't. No.
No, we have not. And let's
Handgun
see who's
licenses.
talking about that all over YouTube.
What my response to that is there's already the places that have the worst crime in the world, some of them have the most handgun licensing laws, and you see how that's working, don't you?
Yeah. So I don't know specifically what's going on in terms of that, and I could tell you guys that, man, it's really tiring to. I'm personally not going to chase every single thing that happens in every state and every city, and this city is trying to go after this thing, and then that city, and then there's this, and then there's that. Well, it's aggravating, and I know that some people are building everything on their YouTube channels to, like, their whole point is to keep you guys informed of that, and I'm with it. I support it and support the fact that folks are doing it. Me personally, I'm not doing it. I think that people need to look at it this way. We need to pay attention on what's happening on a national stage, and then you need to pay attention to what's happening on the local stage that you happen to live on. So if you live in Florida, for example, that we live in Florida, you need to pay attention to that. If you live in a particular city or part of Florida, you need to think about it. Florida has preemption, so it's not like cities can't actually make up their own laws so easily.
Thank God.
Yeah, so that's a good thing here. Now, does it mean I don't care? I do care. And if I could do something to help this place or that place fight things, if there's people doing it, we'll do stuff. But trying to keep up all of that will make your head just explode. And I think there's a lot of people I'm talking to that are getting very stressed out trying to keep track of all of this. And then there's people making their bones off of that. And so, you know, it almost becomes like on our side or on the YouTube side, if it bleeds, it leads, just like the media. So everyone's just like hitting you with every horrible thing that's happening and keeping you depressed and pissed off and mad so that they can own your eyeballs or whatever.
Tune back in for tomorrow for more bad news, right? You know, it's like it's dirty laundry, and YouTube was full of dirty laundry salesmen. So, and a lot of hype isn't attached to that, you know, and get people all riled up and upset. And you know what, guys, it don't do any good sometimes. I'm sorry. As much as you want to get riled up and all excited and emotionally attached to these things, good. Don't
ultimately, I don't think we should comply with unconstitutional rules and laws or whatever nonsense people are putting in effect. I do, however, think that we do need to stay informed. We do need to push back, but you also have to balance things out, or you will lose your mind.
I've already came to that conclusion a long time ago. That's why I stopped watching the news after the election. Yeah,
right. Yeah, you lose your sense of sanity, I think. So, you know, it's never going to end. Like, if you're dealing with something that's never going to end, what do? You know, it's like you dated a crazy ass chick, and she's never going to stop her crazy acidness. At some point, you have to go, okay, that chick is crazy. I'm gonna deal with stuff when I have to deal with it. If she tries to come to my house, then I'll deal with that situation. But if she's gonna be on social media talking shit all the time, and people are gonna keep telling me, oh, she's trying to do this or that, we just have to pay attention, but we have to keep ourselves from being burnt out. And I just feel like if people just keep pushing this all the time, just pushing like, oh, well, there's this thing and this thing and this. I understand how YouTube works. It's an exercise of that video that we did, Walter. On Stranger Palooza, if I put up van videos, it does really, really well.
Yep.
Okay? It can get tens of thousands of views if I put up a van video, right? Some of those have 100,000 views or whatever, several 100,000 views. But that video that we did, I thought it was important because it's something that we always talk about on this podcast. We talk about generators. It's a skill that you have. It's something that I think could help folks out there. It definitely helped me. When I was editing it, I was like, oh, this is so cool. Now I've got this preserved, you know, I could always go back.
And it wasn't like we were just all focused on it. We had some fun in there too. There was some commentary. Yeah. Some lightness, you know.
Yeah, and it's a long video, but here's the thing, though. I know for a fact putting that video up that it's not going to get as many views as the van stuff.
Oh,
you know, so
we didn't talk guns. We didn't, you know, nothing. I mean, there was nothing in that. I had to bite my tongue a couple times from saying
Mhm.
something, but you know, what I mean, it's like I wasn't, and I didn't even use too many bad words either. So,
No, I don't think you did any cursing in that video. No.
no, I was good. I was really good. I mean, but I guess people don't feel the need for that stuff until something they have like breaks.
Mhm.
Sometimes, if you're not going to watch a video on how to fix your lawnmower until your lawnmower breaks.
Mhm.
So, at least most people are, unless it's a personality thing and you like that. I watch some people's videos that fix lawnmowers that I'll never see that lawnmower. I'll never see a lawnmower made in England here in Florida.
Mhm.
But I still watch mixed mowers because I just like his personality, and there's little tidbits you can pick up that apply to different things. So that's why I watch.
Yeah. But so the point that I'm trying to make, why I'm talking about that, other than of course, like, and here I'll share this a little bit with you guys. So here's the channel. This is Stranger Palooza. You guys can subscribe, not subscribe. It's all good. I would encourage you to go to Dirtfoot Racing and subscribe to Walter, or check out Babyface P. Subscribe to him, or our friend Typhoon Adobo Rodell in here in this particular video. The thing about this, sometimes doing something different like this just helps you keep your sanity.
Well, yeah. I mean,
so
how many videos can I make shooting 50 caliber? Okay.
Yeah, but that's fun.
I mean,
all of that stuff is fun. I enjoy shooting.
I could keep shooting different things, but I mean,
I'm going to skip forward here in the video. But we did a lot of stuff in this video other than working on the generator, which we did do. We worked on the generator. Yeah, let me see if I skip forward here, and Babyface showed up at some point here. We'll see Babyface was in here hanging out with us. There's his Mustang in the background. There's me taking
rolling off your generator booty. Yeah.
And here's the bike. Let's see. Here's the dirt bike in it. Let me see. Look at that. That's a cool bike, actually. That thing's like a Harley.
It shakes like a Harley, but yeah. But no. That's so. Yeah, we did a bunch of different things.
Yes. So I think sometimes you need to do different things just to keep your sanity.
Turn off the damn TV or whatever you watch and stop listening to the world's coming to an end tomorrow stuff. I don't mean to be. I'm not being negative, but if all of a sudden tomorrow the gun world came to stop, you would still get up. The sun will still be up. The sun will still go down, and your world would not come to a complete end. As you know it. So you gotta balance. You got to balance.
You have to have a balanced diet. Armsman says, I do give a lot of credit to Jared from Guns and Gadgets. He stays on top of everything, keeps me informed in a few minutes. I think that someone has to do that, and he's doing it.
There's guys out there that are like, I would call it like, they're like news channels. They do the news, all that stuff. Some people like to do that all the time. I would go nuts having to, because sometimes the news is always so sorry. It's like, And
these guys they're gonna there will be no let up on the Second Amendment.
Oh no.
The erosion of the Constitution, there will be no let up of that. I guarantee you. I guarantee everyone that.
The strategy is to hit you with so much stuff constantly that you can't keep up. And you just get so like, people go into freak out modes. If you live in Florida, you can't. You hate to see what's going on in California and New York and these other places, but you can't do anything about it in Florida.
Yeah,
you can't vote to throw Newsom out. You can't throw Cuomo out, or whatever the hell his name is, Mario Jackass. It's out of your hands. You can't do it. I mean, you can help contribute, get money and all that stuff, but don't get all freaked out about it. You can't stop it physically. You got to worry about what's going on in your own hood, so to speak. So
you have to. I take this from Bowfinger, the movie Bowfinger with Eddie Murphy, and who was it? It was oh man, I always forget the name of this. comedian that was in the movie Roxanne. Oh man, how could I forget? Anyway, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. You ever saw Bowfinger?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? Oh, okay. Bowfinger is one of the funniest movies out there. And it has it's really no. Walter, I promise you, this movie is funny. This movie is a movie that when you just need to get away from it all, you can go pull up this movie, Bowfinger. Here we go. Steve Martin. So here, let me see if I can share that.
Okay.
So it has Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy in it, and it's called. This is the. Let's see if we can pull that up here. Come on. There you go. Bowfinger. Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy together for the first time. This is one of those rare combinations that we'll probably never, ever see again.
That's an old school movie, so it's got to be completely unpolitically correct. So.
No, it is so Walter. You would love.
Oh, I'm
this
saying
movie.
It's got to be politically incorrect if it's an old movie. Yeah.
You would love this movie. It has Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy, Heather Graham, Christine Baranski. You know, it's got Jamie Kennedy, a whole bunch of people in there. Very funny. And so anyway, the character in there just keeps saying, you got to keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. You know, and they're actually trying to drive him crazy. It's so they're trying to make the whole premise of this movie is that it's Hollywood and they're making a low budget movie with a famous actor without him being involved. So they're tricking him into being in the movie.
Ah, okay.
And they're making him go nuts because he doesn't know what's happening. So and his whole mantra, the main character, it's an actor. Eddie Murphy is playing two roles in this movie. And one of them, he plays this actor who's real famous and everything and is part of like a cult-like organization, something like Scientology. Right. Yeah.
Something like it, huh?
Yeah. And his mantra in there is keep it together, keep it together, keep it together.
Keep it together.
Yeah, if we all go crazy, we're gonna wind up like these NFAC dudes up in tree houses, you know.
I don't
Seriously.
know about that, but
okay, all right, just a matter of time.
Go get a mini bike or something. You know, I mean, I hate. Maybe that's not for everybody.
Get busy.
You know what I mean?
Get busy.
Yeah,
get some booty.
Yeah. I mean.
Go dancing. Go play with your kids outside.
Yeah, go get a bicycle and ride around, act like you're 12 again or something. You know? I mean, come on.
Yeah. So I'm not saying don't pay attention. Pay attention.
No,
I'm trying not to add to everyone's misery every day. Although we do talk, like on what was it? Was it Friday or Thursday? Thursday, I was mad about Biden and this nonsense that he was saying.
I wasn't. I wasn't. Yeah, that was before.
Yeah, he says you're going to need a F-15 and nuclear bombs. Oh, hey, I was mad, just like everyone else.
He's.
Yep.
He wants you to be mad.
Exactly, but I was mad. I let it out. I vented, and then I spent the weekend woo-sawing. Like, my son is 22 years old. Do you understand that? I was telling this kid, I said, listen, when you were born 22 years ago and I left you and your mom at the hospital, I was driving home and I was like, oh shit, I actually cannot die now. I'm responsible for a human life. This is seriously, that's what the thought that went through my head. You know, it's like how you guys, okay, so in that video, you know, you guys are making fun of me because I'm riding the bike all careful or whatever. Truth.
He's like, I know that's how he drives his car too. He's very cautious. I mean,
well, first of all, I don't know that bike as well as you. The person who looked the best on that mini bike was you. Well, Patrick didn't look so confident. Actually, you were the best, and then Rodell did pretty good.
Well, he rides Groms.
Yes,
Honda Groms. Oh, so he's used to little stuff like that.
Yeah, him and his boys, they ride scooters.
Oh yeah, those guys on our roll. Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, I mean this in all positive ways. Special K out there says he wants to hang out with us.
We got to go to the Philippines, man. We got to have Take the non-Filipinos over to the Philippines and show them.
Yes, exactly. Special K, we're planning a trip. He says he wants to hang out on the Hacienda with the Strange Crew one of these days. We'll make it happen. But I want to hang out in the Philippines, and Filipino people are freaking awesome. And Rodell is one of those dudes. Too bad you don't do
pork, man, because I know they cook some awesome pork too. So
yeah, I don't do pork. No, that's I'm not. I'm sticking to my guns and not doing.
You're gonna have to get some Yardbird over there and cook you up some Yardbird.
But listen, the thing, the thing about it is that really and truly, you gotta try to like have fun and connect, and that's how I felt about like with my son. He came over, he was there with his girlfriend. We were all hanging out and talking and doing stuff, and I was thinking about, wow, look at all these things that have happened to my kids. Now it's like that. 22 years, man.
Oh yeah. It happens real fast.
Yeah.
I know.
I think Spence also. No, Spence is 20.
22.
He's 20. Oh, he's 22, right? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Where did the time go?
Well,
where did the time go?
My picture got a little better there for a second, just a little bit. If I don't move very much, maybe that's what it is.
I don't know. There is something changing. I could see something changing in your picture.
It just pulsed for a second.
Yeah, I could see something. Yeah. Jen Champ Jr.
Wait a minute,
says,
watch this when I do my hand up here. It's like when I put my hand in front of it and I move away. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing things. I don't know.
There is something on the settings, but I don't know. Like it's.
I'm going to update everything when we get off here, and maybe that'll help.
For sure. Yeah. Jen Champ Jr. says, "What if my world is guns, Walt? Which our world is guns too." That day and that video,
we living doing guns. You crazy bitches.
Listen, that day after that video is an hour long. But we were out there for a couple of hours. What were we out there for? Like 2 hours or something?
We spent more time screwing around with a generator than we did shooting.
But we did do shooting though, right after that.
Yeah, we did shooting. Yeah. We didn't make a whole lot. I didn't make any video at all shooting. I didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I brought a bunch of pistols. I didn't bring anything of my own. I didn't bring anything SHF to shoot.
Yeah.
I didn't.
So if you look at and I've put out one video. I'm going to put out some other videos that we shot guns from that weekend because we did some cool stuff. But actually, Rodell has on Typhoon Adobo. He has some videos of us out there shooting, and his wife actually shot a gun for the first time. I was, had the honor of helping his wife shoot a gun for the first time.
I was hooking my trailer back up when you were giving your shooting lesson. So, oh, and by the way, dying for your rights that came up in a comment.
Oh, I think that was Whammy. That was Gene said that. Some of us, it would.
Whammy
some of us
Gunslinger.
were literally willing to die for our rights. Coming to an end means many of us are dead already.
No, you're not.
Well, no. What he said, the point he's making is like because these guys are coming for our rights. At some point, yes, we're gonna come to that.
Point yet. It's not to that point yet.
Yeah, we're not there. Yeah.
When the internet goes down because of what we're saying, like right now, that's when the end is here. when the newspapers all get shut down and any commentary other than the party line becomes the thing, that's when the end is near. So, yeah, okay, yes, I don't want to see
when the time comes. When the time comes,
you'll know when the time comes.
When the time comes, we'll have to deal with it. You know,
but it's not the time now.
But we need to know what we're fighting for. And when the time comes, like if you know, like this promise of America, it really is a beautiful thing. The life that a lot of people, not everyone, there's people in America suffering. The families of those people that are trapped under that building right now, they don't care what world we're in. They really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So that can happen in America, but really a lot of us enjoy like an amazing life, I think, in America. And
even
that's what
the
we're
folks,
fighting for.
Even the poor folks here that walk around with cell phones are enjoying an amazing life. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because that's not poor. That's not poor.
No, it's not. Yeah.
If you got that EBT card and you can go stick it in some place and get some food, that's not poor.
That's not everywhere in the world you could do that. Let's get
money.
Flying Rich gave us some money.
Money.
Thanks. We appreciate that. By the way, if it wasn't for people giving us money, we wouldn't make money off of this channel from what YouTube has done. So we do appreciate that. And Flying Rich says, what was it he said here? Walter, you did not bring out the SHF Sten Pup. Oh my God. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Rich, when I work on stuff like that, I have to have inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go like all of a sudden something go like, let's work on the Sten Pup. And then when I do that, it's like Sten Pup flows. But if I force myself to do that stuff, a lot of times nothing flows. So, or a bunch of mistakes flow. So, we'll get into it. You reminded me. Thanks for that little reminder.
Yeah,
I will be back on it here. I'll as Ted used to say, I'll whip it out, and we'll take a look at it. Yeah.
So there's a thing. There's a thing here. There's a whole thread with. So Black Sword Shinobi says there's a shot mandate. If you refuse to take shot, Philippines, you'll be jailed. Actually, the Philippine Prime Minister says we're gonna hold you down and put that shot in your ass.
That
was funny.
That man, he's not. Yeah, he says what's on his mind. That's what
Right.
No, I don't know I don't know how the Filipino people over there react to that. I don't know.
I don't know.
Us being Americans, we go like, "What the f is he talking about?" But can you imagine if some politician said that here? Well, the Democrats kind of have at different times.
Yeah, I think the people of the Philippines might rebel faster than we do and be more resourceful than us. If they get pushed far enough. If
that's that old machismo thing too,
Yeah.
I thought you'll like go fuck you, that's what I do, and if you don't like it, too bad, right?
BWE gave us some money. Yeah.
I can't help it. I got to move when that comes on. Man.
Right. So let's see what is the conversation here. So let's see. Okay. Special K says he says people are brainwashed about the vaccine. Chris in the Philippines. Chris Bullis says his oldest will be 26 this year. Wow. And Whammy says, Hank, I invite you to come hunting with me in the Great Northwest. Amazing elk hunting here.
Oh wow. Yeah. That would be a. Yeah, that'd be an experience. Yeah.
Yeah, we should all go out and do that, Walt.
Yeah. Yep. I'm not. Yeah, I do like do like the hunt. That's for sure.
Yeah. Special K is talking about. He says, since Hank doesn't eat pork, he can have some balut. What is that?
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
Is that conch penis?
No, I am not agreeing to it. Because I don't know, it might be a trap, right?
It's a trap.
Might be trying to leave a trap for me because I think I see Razor JB saying, "You eat it." So I don't know, man. What is balut? He says I'll eat some once in a while. Okay, maybe.
It's not like some kind of blood sausages or something like that, It's like
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up what is balut. What is balut?
Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I'd rather not know what's in the stuff,
Yeah, I think a lot of stuff is like that.
Yeah.
Let me see balut. Let's see if that comes up. It comes up as a street food. Let me see. Did that go?
Is that like puppy? Puppy balut?
No. Let's see. I'm trying to search it right now. Balut. Okay.
Special K. Some states have rules about the size and or the weight of the gun.
Filipino term for fertilized developing egg embryo. Oh hell no! Oh hell no! No. I'm not eating that, dude. I'm not eating a baby embryo.
Yeah.
No.
Me neither. We're on the same page on that one.
No. Yeah, I knew that was a trap.
It's a trap.
You guys almost had me. See, I don't fall for stuff like that easy.
Yes, but some states have weight limits on the rifles that you can use for hunting. Some have, certain other restrictions. It's kind of weird sometimes, but I know some places you can't use a 50 BMG because the gun's too heavy. Believe it or not. So,
Yeah.
I guess if bring out a cannon to shoot an elk with,
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Okay.
What
I
else
used to love
going
to
on
eat
here?
lots
Let's
of.
see.
Whoa, how are we doing here? Just thinking. Walter used to. What is this? I was just
The end is near. Beware.
ate lots of things as a child. I got older and learned what stuff is made of. Yeah, Enders Everywhere says, I was just thinking that, Walter. I used to love to eat lots of things as a child till I got older and learned what stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
As a youngster, and I mean youngster, like when you get 7, 8, 9, whatever. I was a picky eater. I only eat certain. I didn't eat all that. I didn't eat none of that. I had butter. I didn't do no mayonnaise. I didn't do no mustard. I didn't do nothing like that. It's like, and I picked up all those bad habits when I had roommates. So
Yeah, you don't eat vegetables now, right? You're not.
no,
you're
I don't eat a
allergic.
lot of them. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
you're
eat
allergic
carrots
to
and corn
vegetables.
when it's carrots, corn, potatoes, onions, but no that not piles of green raw food. No, I don't do that stuff. So.
Edward Andrews says it helps keep the yang up. Go for the yang.
Oh,
Go for the yang.
that's the mystery. That's the fable, huh?
Yeah.
You keep that
My
thing
yang
working.
ain't got no problems going up.
Modern science has taken care of all those things, so don't get fooled with those wise tapes.
Just good genes, man. I don't have those kinds of problems. I got 99 problems, but a wang ain't one. Special K says he'll bring some chicken adobo
There you go.
for us. Okay, so there you go. And some rice or whatever.
Some rice,
we'll try.
beans. Yeah.
We'll do something. We'll do some kind of gathering. I keep telling Walter to have like a open house or something at Safety
At the
Harbor
shop.
Firearms for everyone. Yeah.
That would have to be in a time of year when it's nice and cool outside, not this kind of blistering.
Oh no,
heat,
not in the heat. No, I'm not even coming in the heat.
No, I wouldn't expect.
So
you.
forget about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Are we still feeding out good to everyone out there?
I think everybody's seeing us.
Yeah.
Except for my shitty picture, but yeah.
Yeah. Keep the ding dong working. Listen, there is modern technology. Why are people eating all kinds of crazy? So let's say theoretically, you do have problems with your ding dong getting into action. There's this modern technology.
There is so many different options to get Wang Dang Sweet Poon Tang going. I mean, it just why you doing that wise tale stuff?
Yeah, right.
Leave those poor little chickies alone. Let them turn into chickens.
Yeah, Kathleen Music Lover says, was there any super weird food from Nigeria? So I did get tricked in. There was one time in Nigeria when I was younger, there were these little things that were fried up, and a friend of ours gave it to me, and I ate it, and I was like, oh, what is this? And then she started laughing because it was basically termites. So it was like flying ants. You know what I mean? So when it rains there, the flying ants, the water droplets make them all fall down, and you could just go scoop them up by the handfuls,
and then just fry them up in a frying pan.
Yeah, throw it. Yeah, it's like like how here in the South you can get everything fried.
Yeah.
So basically, it's that type of situation was going on there, and man, now everything, there we go. Yeah, so that's one weird thing I had to eat. Another thing I saw that I did not eat that I thought was weird is there were kids that would get rocks. There were a lot of lizards, right?
Yeah.
So these kids would get rocks, and they would knock a lizard like off the wall or out of a tree or something like that with a rock.
Yeah.
Then they would take that lizard and pack him in mud, and then bake it like in an oven, and then crack open the mud, and so then the lizard is cooked, and the skin comes off on the mud when they... Yeah, it's pretty... I'm not going to eat that, but... Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I'm not that hungry.
Yeah. So there's always weird things in places.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
people fry up. They fry up all kinds of bugs. They fry up scorpions. Fry up all these different things and munch down on them. You know.
Yeah, man. People in countries, people will eat anything. You
Yeah.
know?
Well,
I mean, my dad told me when he was a kid, they would get rocks and like knock a bird out of the tree, and then break its neck or whatever, and pull the feathers off and cook it up.
yeah.
Yeah, that's like from a Tom Sawyer book or something. I mean, we got modern technology.
Once again, you got to be hungry. That's what.
Yeah, I would just go to the bodega. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's always food.
You just want to give me that bird on a stick right over there. There.
Yeah,
we go.
no. And so in Nigeria, there was a thing called suya that I would eat, which was street food.
Yeah.
Remember, I think I've talked about this before. Street meat. So allegedly, it was some kind of beef, but it was on skewers, right?
Right.
And the way that they would do it, like they had this way of like putting, they would marinate it in like a ground up peanuts and pepper. So it was really hot and spicy. It tasted really good. Like when we were kids, we loved eating. It was like fish and chips in England. In Nigeria, there was this thing called it was they called it suya, but it was like skewers. So it's basically a derivative of that word. And you would buy it you would buy it and it would be in newspapers and everything, and we would just eat it. And it was like so peppery, and it had peanut. It was like like the crushed peanuts on it. Have you ever done that?
You didn't care what it was. You didn't care what it was.
Oh no, it was good. Yeah. So I did eat that. Yeah.
Could
Who
be
knows
a
what that was?
Little rodent that couldn't run fast enough.
Could have been snakes. Could have been anything. I don't know what that was. So, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've eaten like that, Walt? Come on.
Squid. Squid's not that weird.
Yeah, you must have eaten. So you grew up. You're from. Wait, you said you were born in Chicago, right?
No, in Illinois, Rockford, Illinois.
Oh, Rockford, right, right.
Which is 90 miles west of Chicago.
Yeah, but where did you grow up?
Tampa, Florida.
Oh, okay. Don't try to tell me people from Tampa don't eat crazy shit.
What? I mean, they got a little Cuban food, which that's not crazy. Pork and rice and beans and chicken. And my mom made Midwestern kind of food, meat and taters and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. I mean, I'm not a big fish eater myself. I don't mind going fishing, but I don't like to eat them.
Jerry Parker says turtle. Have you ever had turtle? I've never.
I don't think I've ever had turtle. And alligator. That's not weird.
Yeah, gators. I guess is not weird for people in Florida.
It's common now. It's not like it's strange or anything.
And then that tortoise isn't
rabbits,
that rabbits,
squirrels and rabbits. Hey, squirrel we shot. A friend of mine's grandmother cooked it up and we ate it. I mean, that wasn't too exotic. It tasted like chicken, I guess we'll say.
Isn't so? I know that gopher tortoise here is you mess with that thing.
That's bad juju, Buana. Don't even say that stuff. Don't.
Yeah.
I can't kill a damn little turtle, man. Leave a turtle alone. You can do nothing.
Yeah. That's a lot of work, but I know people do eat it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My parents ate a lot of turtle. I know. I've heard them talk about that. Turtles and
people
stuff
eat possum. People eat even armadillo, which armadillo carries can carry leprosy actually.
Yeah.
But
did you see that thing that Patrick put up with all those armadillos?
Yeah,
they look like rats. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, Patrick. And then Buckshot is going after them. I was like, okay, you got to keep Buckshot out of.
And unfortunately, Patrick lives in a neighborhood, so the best way to get rid of those things is pop, 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 pop.
Yeah. So. Okay, let's share the Instagram here for a second. Shout out to there's Possum Fatback flying the flag, real propaganda flag right there. Walther Arms. I like that too because Walther sponsors us. There goes Devin. That's from the Boom Stop. Chaotic Canine. Okay, since this is live, I'm gonna have to give everyone a like now as I go through this. Here we go. Okay, Military. Okay, we're just gonna have to search for this thing. Babyface P. Pay no attention to the chick.
Oh, go back to that. Damn it.
No.
What are you doing, man? Take me back to that shapely young lady there.
No. We're doing business.
Damn it.
Pay no attention to that. Here he goes. Here's the video.
Oh.
Man, I cannot believe Patrick didn't have a 22 suppressor on him.
Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no shortage of armadillos. Don't feel
These
bad
are like
about
these are like little baby armadillos.
And they dig up your yard, and they can dig underneath your house.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Pop,
Okay,
pop.
here I'll go back to the. Let's see, what was that thing you wanted to see for a second? Oh, this is some kind of dress.
My Lord,
I don't know how that winds up on my channel, Walt. That's not me. I don't know. Someone goes on my Instagram when I'm not looking. It's definitely not me doing that.
Well,
I like honestly, I like looking at the videos of the ladies. I've seen there's a lot of videos like this. Like I'll show you guys this one. This is just for you guys, real quick. Here, I'll share this with everyone right now.
Uh-oh.
Check this out. All the ladies are doing these videos now. Bam.
Damn, that's a back porch on that girl. Look at that, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, this is America. Damn it. That's what we're fighting for. That's what we're fighting for in America.
A little bit of that back porch, A little bit of that back porch.
No, I cannot. That's like kryptonite to me, man. If I'm going through, you could be all the guns in the world, and I'm like a gun guy, man. I love guns just as much as the next dude.
She has some guns. She's like quadruple barrel. She had guns in the front and guns in the back.
Yeah, can't resist that, man. That's why I try to stay off of the
interwebs on the Instagram.
Yeah, Ma says go back.
Go back in time, please, sir. Go back in time.
No, you guys are gonna have to go find that on your own.
No problem finding it out.
Jerry Parker says, "Let's see that again." No. Yeah. And Brick says, "Look at the wagon she's dragging."
That's a back porch, sir.
No, that's America right there, man. That's what? That's the world. That's what makes the world beautiful to me. Yeah, the ladies. Yeah. What would we do without the the real ladies? The real ladies. Can we get like a moment of silence for the real ladies? Yeah, the ones made by God. Yeah, the awesomeness that is that. Yeah, that's why I got. Oh, listen, this is what I wanted to show off. Look, check this out, Walt. I'm gonna be wearing. Look at this hat. Where do you think I got this hat from? And it was made in Texas, apparently, according to the tag right there. Let's see if we can get it. Made in Texas. Nope. Where did I get this hat from? I'll give you a clue. I got you some teriyaki.
Oh, you got that from Buc-ee's?
Yeah, I got this hat in Buc-ee's.
If it was made in Texas, it's got to be from Buc-ee's. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my 4th of July hat right here.
Red, white, blue, baby.
Yeah, I like this. This is pretty cool. I'm gonna rock this. I think this week we're not going the whole week, but one of these days.